Do you know what's amazing? That you, without realizing it, influence others with every word, every gesture, every glance. You're not invisible. Your attitude is noticeable, perceived, and the best or worst thing is that it's contagious. Yes, you are an emotional magnet. You attract, generate impact, and the energy you have inside is always reflected outwardly. How are you feeling inside? Because that's what you give to the world. Look, this is fundamental. No one can get what they don't have. If you're full of positive energy, enthusiasm, joy, and excitement, that's what you transmit to others. It's inevitable. People feel it. You don't need to say anything. Your attitude speaks for itself. But if you go through life with a flat emotional battery, dull, listless, complaining all day, always seeing the negative, that's also noticeable. And it's contagious. Watch out for this. Because attitude doesn't just influence your life, it influences the lives of others, and we often aren't aware of the power we have. You decide what is spread, joy or bitterness. I like to say that we are all emotional spreaders. Everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, or where you are. You have an influence. And the most powerful thing is that you decide what you spread. Do you spread enthusiasm, excitement? Or do you spread complaints, negativity, or a bad mood? This isn't minor. It's not something that matters. This makes a difference. Because you can be the one who changes someone else's day just with your attitude. Imagine what a beautiful power you have. You can be a light in the darkness of someone who is having a hard time. Emotions are contagious like viruses. There are scientific studies that say emotions are contagious. If you're with someone who is happy, your spirits lift. If you're with someone who complains a lot, you come out worse than you went in. And you, how are you influencing those around you? This isn't just about you. This is about how you affect your environment, in your family, at work, with your friends. Your attitude is a ripple effect. It has consequences. If you wake up in the morning with energy, joy, and enthusiasm, it reaches others. If you arrive with a bad face, grumpy, or lacking motivation, they feel it too. You choose what you sow. Your attitude creates an environment. You can be a generator of joy. Has it ever happened to you that someone walks into a place and suddenly everything changes? There are people who have that gift, not because they're famous or rich or super intelligent. What they have is a good attitude. And that's a magnet. You can be like that too. You can be that person who encourages others, who gives them strength, who makes them smile. You don't need money or degrees for that. You just need to decide to have a positive and generous attitude. Because a good attitude is just that, emotional generosity. Giving your best so that others can feel better too. Beware of being an energy thief. The opposite also happens. There are people who, unintentionally, are energy thieves. They arrive somewhere and darken everything. They complain, criticize, always see the bad, and take away your motivation. Don't be one of those. Please. The world already has enough of them. You can choose to be a bringer of joy, not an energy drainer. And this doesn't mean you have to always be happy, that you can't have a bad day. Of course, we're human. But attitude is a choice. You can be unhappy, but still decide not to hurt others. Decide not to drag them down with you, but rather find a way to move forward with them together. Start within. Take care of your mind. Take care of your heart. Now, how do you achieve that? How do you have an attitude that spreads good things? Start within. Feed your mind with positive thoughts. Take care of your emotions. Surround yourself with people who uplift you. Fill yourself with good things to give good things. Spend time doing what you love. Exercise. Read things that inspire you. Listen to music that lifts you up. And be grateful for what you have. All of this fills you up inside. And that's when you can transmit good things to the outside world. Because in the end, as the saying goes, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Your attitude is your power. Use it well. Look, this is the most beautiful thing. Your attitude is your superpower. It's what makes you special, unique. It's what can change your life and the lives of others. Don't waste it. Use it to do good, to help, to inspire, to brighten the lives of others. Every day you have the opportunity to be a source of positive energy or an emotional black hole. You decide. What do you want to be? What mark do you want to leave? What world do you want to build around you? Point 2. Attitude is chosen, not inherited. I'm passionate about this point. I love it because attitude is the great news in life. It's a discovery that changes your focus, that gives you freedom, power, and responsibility. Listen carefully. Your attitude doesn't depend on what happens to you. It depends on how you choose to react to what happens to you. And that's outrageous. We are not victims. We are protagonists. Do you know what the problem is for many people? Who lives like a victim? It's just that I have bad luck. It's just that my boss is unbearable. It's just that life is unfair. It's just that people don't value me. All day long with it's just that. And mind you, I'm not saying there aren't problems. Of course there are. Life isn't easy. Not everything is beautiful. But you're not a victim. You're a protagonist. You can choose how you experience things. There are people who, faced with the same situation, sink, and others who grow, learn, fight, and smile. What's the difference? Attitude. You weren't born with a good attitude. You build it every day. Look, this is important. Attitude is inherited. It's not genetic. It's not that one person is born with joy and another isn't. It doesn't work that way. Attitude is built, trained, and worked on. Just like you go to the gym to train your body, you have to train your mind and heart. And that's a daily job. Do you want to have a good attitude? Then work on it. Read books that inspire you. Surround yourself with positive people. Take care of your internal dialogue. Speak well to yourself. Have habits that lift you up, not drag you down. Because, I repeat, attitude is a choice. Don't control what doesn't depend on you. Focus on what does. This is golden. In life, there are things you can't control, but you can always control your attitude. You can't control the economy, but you can decide not to live in fear. You can't control what others say, but you can decide not to let it affect you. You can't control whether it rains, but you can jump in puddles or just complain. Attitude is your space of freedom. It's where no one can enter if you don't want them to. And when you understand that, it changes your life. Because you stop complaining about what doesn't depend on you and start acting on what you can change. Your way of living things. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you deal with it. I love this phrase because it's the pure truth. There are people who, with enormous problems, teach you life lessons every day, and others who have everything live bitterly. Why? Because attitude makes the difference. And it's not that positive people don't have problems. It's that they choose not to live bitterly because of them. You can choose each day with what energy you face your life with. You can go out with a swarthy face or with a smile. You can see opportunities or obstacles. You can give up or fight. And all of that is a decision. Choosing the right attitude is a responsibility to yourself. This seems fundamental to me. Having a good attitude isn't just nice, it's a duty to yourself. Because you deserve it. You deserve to live with joy, with enthusiasm, with desire. You're not here to survive. You're here to enjoy, to share, to be happy. And no one is going to give that to you. You have to choose it. You have to get up every morning and say, today I'm going to live with a good attitude, no matter what. Not because everything is perfect, but because it's the best way to live. Because if life is a gift, why live it bitterly? Look, this is simple. You choose your attitude, just like you choose how you dress. You don't go out without deciding what to wear. So don't go out without deciding what attitude you're going to wear. Do you put on the jacket of enthusiasm or the sweatshirt of complaint? Do you put on the boots of energy or the slippers of apathy? Attitude is set. It's decided. Every day, every moment, with every person. And if you choose to live with a good attitude, your life improves, and you improve the lives of those around you. Because attitude doesn't just change you, it changes everything you touch. Come on, life is too short to live it with a bad attitude. You have the power. Don't forget that. Problems, circumstances, or anyone can't take it away from you. You are free to choose how you live each day. So choose well. Choose joy, gratitude, enthusiasm. Choose to live with strength, with hope. Because you're worth a lot. You have a lot to give. And the world needs people like you with a good attitude, with a desire to contribute. Come on, Don't let anyone take away your smile. You choose. You decide. You command. Attitude, attitude, attitude. This truly touches my soul. Because we live in a world where it seems you're worth what you have. Your degree, your car, your bank account, your house. Lie. False. A huge lie. What truly makes you great as a person is not what you have, but how you are, how you live, how you treat others. And that, my friends, is attitude. You are worth who you are, not what you have. I'm often asked, Victor, what do you value most in person? And I always say the same thing, their attitude toward life. Because you can be a genius. You can have 3 master's degrees. You can have success, money, fame. But if you don't have a good attitude, if you're a show-off, if you're arrogant, if you look down your nose, you're worthless. Attitude is everything. With a good attitude, people respect you, appreciate you, admire you. Because people don't remember what you do or what you have. They remember how you make them feel. And if you treat others with love, with respect, with humility, with joy, that truly makes you great. You don't have to be the best. You have to be a good person. Listen carefully. This is important. In life, you don't have to be the best. You have to be a good person. And that doesn't come with money or titles. It comes with attitude. It comes with your way of being in the world, your way of looking at others, of helping, of contributing. You can have nothing material, but have such a great, beautiful attitude that people want to be around you. Because a good attitude is like a light that illuminates everything around you. And you can't buy that. You cultivate it. You work for it. You live it. Life is short. Be great on the inside, not on the outside. You know what? Life flies by. And when the end comes, no one will remember your bank account. No one will say, oh, I had a degree from Harvard. No, they'll say, he was a good, happy person who helped me, who made me feel good. That's what remains. That's what makes you eternal. That's why I say this from the bottom of my heart. Invest in your attitude. Grow great on the inside. Fill yourself with good things. Gratitude, empathy, generosity, joy. That's what counts. That's what matters. A good attitude opens all doors for you. Another amazing thing, a good attitude opens doors for you that degrees can't. There are companies that no longer hire based on resumes. They hire based on attitude because you can have the best training. But if you don't have attitude, you won't work. And the other way around. If you have drive, if you put in energy, if you contribute, you take on the world. Attitude is noticeable, it's felt. A good attitude is contagious. It captivates. It creates opportunities. So take care of it, enhance it, show it off. Because it's your best letter of introduction. This, listen to me carefully, is a crystal clear truth. Because we often think that having a good attitude only benefits us. That if I'm cheerful, I'm happy. No, a good attitude is a gift for those around you. It's the most beautiful thing you can give. Your attitude doesn't stay with you. It's contagious. I always say we're like light bulbs. You go through life lit or burned out. And if you're lit, if you're enthusiastic, joyful, kind, people notice it, feel it, and you transmit it to them. You just can't help it. Attitude is contagious. Have you ever walked into a place and someone smiled at you, greeted you energetically, treated you well, and suddenly your whole day changed? That's power. That's giving a good attitude. And it doesn't cost anything, nothing. You just need the desire to contribute. Those around you need the best version of yourself. This is key. Your partner, your children, your friends, your co-workers. You're not worth it if you're bitter, dull, or angry at the world. They deserve the best from you. Because you know how to give joy, you know how to give affection, you know how to lift spirits. And not just anyone can do that. You do that with your attitude. Giving a good attitude is loving others. It's saying, here I am with you, contributing, encouraging, helping. It's living thinking. What can I do today to make someone feel better for having crossed paths with me? A bad attitude intoxicates. A good one heals. Look, this is very powerful. A bad attitude shows and it hurts. Those people who go through life complaining, criticizing with a bad face, with apathy, they drain your energy. They drain your life. They're toxic. But when someone with a good attitude appears, you notice a different light. It's as if everything brightens, as if the air were cleared. A good attitude is medicine. It heals hearts, lifts spirits, brings smiles. And you can be that medicine. Every time you choose to have a good attitude, you're giving emotional health to those around you. Attitude leaves a mark. There's something very beautiful about it. People remember your attitude, not what you said, not what you did, but how you made them feel. And that goes straight to the heart. If you are a person with good attitude, with joy, with affection, people carry you in their souls. Your attitude leaves a mark, leaves beautiful memories. And that's worth more than anything else. Because people need people who add to their lives, who inspire, who give love. And you can be that person. You already are. Conclusion: a good attitude is the best gift, and it's free. You don't need money, degrees, or anything special to give your best. You just need attitude. And giving a good attitude is giving hope, joy, energy, love. It's telling the world, I'm here, and I want to make this more beautiful, happier, more human. So don't hold anything back. Give smiles, give encouragement, give affection. Give your best, because the world needs more people who shine, who uplift, who inspire. This is key, fundamental, vital, because many people ask me, Victor, how do you always have a good attitude? How do you stay happy, motivated, positive? And I tell them, this isn't about magic. It's about discipline, about training, about perseverance. Attitude isn't a gift, it's a choice. Look, some people believe that attitude is like the genetic lottery, that some people are born happy and others are born bitter. Lie. That's an excuse. You choose your attitude every day. You decide whether you wake up eager to take on the world, or whether you wake up complaining about everything. It's your decision. I always say, you can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react. And that's the secret. A good attitude is a way of looking at life, of looking for the good, of focusing on what adds up, of being grateful. And you can train that. Every day you have the opportunity to improve your attitude. Here's the beautiful thing. Every day you can train your attitude. You don't need to go to the gym or pay for an expensive course. You just need to practice little things that help you feel better. It helps me a lot to start the day with gratitude, to think about what I have, what I can do, about the people I love. That already puts me in a good mood. Then I take care of what I listen to, what I watch, who I surround myself with. Because if you fill yourself with negative news, complaints, drama, you sink. But if you fill yourself with beautiful things, kind words, and people who contribute, your attitude improves. You choose what you feed your mind and heart with. Your environment doesn't define you. You transform it with your attitude. Many people tell me, Victor, my boss is bitter, my environment is negative, my family complains all day long. And I tell them, don't become a victim of your environment. Be the one who makes the difference. Your attitude can transform your environment. You can spread joy. You can lift spirits. You can inspire. Don't wait for the world to change to have a good attitude. Change yourself, and the world will begin to change. That's what training your attitude means. Being strong inside, being light even when there is darkness, being joy in the midst of chaos. There are difficult days, but that's where you see true attitude. And be careful. Don't think I'm always on top of my game, that I'm always in a good mood. No. I also have bad days when I'm down, when I'm tired. Life isn't Disney, but it's precisely on those days that you see who has attitude. A good attitude isn't being happy all day long. It's not giving up. It's getting up even if it's hard. It's smiling even if you have problems. It's moving forward even if you don't feel like it. That's where you really train. That's where you build emotional muscle. Conclusion: attitude is trained like a superpower. Think about this. Every day you train your attitude, you get stronger. You become more resilient, braver, happier. Because a good attitude isn't an ornament, it's a superpower. And the more you train it, the more capable you are of facing life with enthusiasm. Don't wait until you feel like it. Do it anyway. Train yourself. Because after action comes motivation. And when you realize it, your attitude changes your life. It changes the lives of others. It changes the world. Listen to me carefully because this is pure fuel for the soul. Look, we live in a world where many people worry about appearances, about what they have, about what they show. But I always say one thing very clearly. People remember how you made them feel, not what you were wearing. When you walk into a room, a meeting, a store, a class, people perceive your attitude, and that's what leaves a mark. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you do, it's the energy with which you do it. Attitude is noticeable, it's felt, it's contagious. Attitude is your personal light. And you decide whether you walk into a place that's lit up or burned out. What do you want to be? A light bulb that shines or one that contributes nothing? You choose. And don't come at me with, I'm not an extrovert, I'm just shy. No, attitude isn't about yelling, being a clown, or being nice. It's about being authentic, showing respect, joy, and interest in others. It's about adding value. When you have a good attitude, people notice and open up to you. They listen to you, value you, and remember you. Because attitude connects hearts, breaks down barriers, and opens paths. Your attitude speaks louder than words. This is brutal. You can have an impressive resume, a college degree, years of experience. But if you walk in with a bad face, with apathy, with arrogance, no one wants to be around you. On the other hand, you may not have great achievements, but if you walk with joy, with humility, with desire to help, people feel good around you. Because attitude is what people perceive first. It's your emotional scent, your energy, your vibe. And a good attitude captivates, and leaves a mark. A good attitude opens doors, many doors. Listen to this. There are people who have gotten jobs, opportunities, relationships just because of their attitude, because they convey confidence, enthusiasm, joy, because you can tell they're there to contribute, to help, to give their best. I always say that in a world of normal people, a good attitude makes you stand out. It makes you someone special, someone who is remembered, someone who makes a difference. Listen to this carefully because it's not a minor detail. It's fundamental. Attitude isn't just yours. It's not just for you. Attitude is contagious. It's like an emotional virus. And you decide whether you spread something that adds or something that subtracts. We're like antennas. We emit energy all the time. Look, every day, at all times, you're transmitting something. You don't need to speak. Your face, your tone, your posture, your energy, everything communicates. And what you emit reaches others. It affects them. It changes their mood for better or worse. If you arrive somewhere with a gloomy face, complaining, depressed, pessimistic, people feel it. It dulls the atmosphere. The energy is sapped. But if you arrive with joy, with enthusiasm, with respect, with a smile, you lift spirits, you contribute, you improve everything. You have enormous power, making others feel good. I love to say this. You could be that person who brightens someone's day, who gives them a kind word, who smiles, who listens, who gives them hope. That's beautiful. And you do it with your attitude, not with long speeches, with details, with humanity. Sometimes we don't know the impact we can have. With a simple gesture, with a word, with a positive attitude, you can change someone's day, even their life. That's how powerful this is. A negative attitude intoxicates. A positive attitude uplifts. This is key. Look, there are people who are like gray clouds. They go through life complaining, criticizing, seeing the bad, and that's contagious. Be careful with that, because in the end, it intoxicates the whole atmosphere. But there are also people who are like the sun. They give warmth, light, joy. You can tell they have a good attitude, that they want to contribute, that they lift you up. Who do you want to be, the cloud or the sun? A good attitude builds strong relationships. When you have a good attitude, people want to be with you because they feel good, they feel valued, they feel heard. A positive attitude builds bonds, unites people, and creates strong teams. On the other hand, a bad attitude breaks relationships, creates conflict and distance. So, attitude isn't just personal, it's social. It influences your friends, your family, your colleagues. You choose what kind of influence you want to be. This is something I love to share because it's one of life's great truths. Your attitude has a power to open doors you never imagined. And I assure you, it's not a matter of luck or connections. It's a matter of attitude. What does opening doors mean? When we talk about opening doors, we're not just talking about getting a job, a business opportunity, or a personal relationship. No. I'm talking about something much deeper. I'm talking about generating possibilities, creating new opportunities. When you go through life with a good attitude, what you're doing is creating a space full of opportunities where good things have a place. Do you want more friends? Smile more, share more, be kind. People will seek you out. Do you want new job opportunities? Be proactive, show your enthusiasm and drive. Others will see you as a capable and energetic person. Doors will open on their own. Attitude is the engine that moves the world. When you have a good attitude, you become a magnet for opportunities, a magnet for people, a magnet for good things. Good things come to you. Opportunities find you, doors open. For example, imagine you arrive somewhere with a negative, closed, bitter attitude. The doors don't open, they close. But if you arrive with enthusiasm, with desire, with that smile that conveys confidence, respect, optimism, they are waiting for you. Opportunities find you. People value you, and doors that were previously closed open. It's not just what you know, it's how you communicate it. This is something I hear repeated over and over again in my talks, and it's one of the keys. It's not just what you know that matters, it's how you communicate it. Imagine you're an expert in something, but you arrive at a meeting and can't connect with others. No door opens. But if you're that person who, in addition to knowledge, conveys enthusiasm, energy, clarity, empathy, the doors will open in a big way, because a positive attitude is a magnet for opportunities and for relationships that will take you to another level. Attitude opens doors even when you don't see them. This is an incredible detail. Sometimes we think the doors we want to open aren't there. We think there are no opportunities, that things won't work out. But a good attitude helps you see what you didn't see before. It makes you more alert, more prepared, more confident in detecting those doors that were there, but you hadn't seen them. Because when you're feeling good, when you have a good attitude, when you focus on the positive, everything changes. What once seemed impossible now seems achievable. What was once an obstacle is now an opportunity. Life offers you more options than you can imagine.